Hello everybody, and my apologies for being a little bit later than usual. I was just still dealing with a little bit of work things, but now we are ready to go. Now I was thinking of doing the SMP tonight, but I've been struggling with a little bit of server lag, so here we are in the survival solo world. And to be honest, don't really have much in terms of plans for this stream, but let's just start doing a few somethings and see where this day takes us. Any of you that's been watching these streams recently will know that I am on a mission to dig out this pit down to bedrock, and we are getting close. But before we go any further, let's grab some glow insects, why don't we? Oh, always such a fun thing to jump off there into the water, knowing that we are perfectly safe. Now, jumping down there is absolutely not safe. So we better take a little bit of a detour. And did I hear a slime? It's a slime. Hmm? I'm definitely hearing a slime somewhere. But oh well, not going to waste the effort to try and find it. Let me quickly just see something. You guys must let me know. I'm just going to make the chat box a little bit bigger. I don't know whether or not what you guys think, but let me know if it's too big or in the way in any sense. Then we'll deal with it. Maybe let's just see if we can do a little bit of a but and alright, maybe I'll play with it a little bit later off stream. For now, I think let's go and dig a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time digging. I want to try and make a little bit of progress every day, just to actually get to the bottom of the world at some point. So as I said, I've been I started the stream a little bit late today because I was just waiting for a little bit of feedback from work still, and I thought that having to put you guys on a be right back screen in the middle of a stream might be a little more of an inconvenience than just starting a little bit later. Now, truth be told, I think once we are done digging out this little pit, I mean, I don't think we're going to need any more deep slate anytime soon. That's a fact. You can bank on it. Then while we are down here, we need to start thinking about what is going to be the next project. So we've got the little fisherman house finished. We've got the villages in there. Unfortunately, those fisherman villages, I think having... How many do I have in there? 8? That's maybe a little bit too many, because the only real decent trade that I've get from them is they sell campfires, and campfires in itself also isn't the best trade, but they are useful from time to time. I mean, if we want to make a few chimneys, or we want to maybe use it for a roof or something, I mean, they've got their uses. More decorative than anything else, but now we've got access to them, and eventually in this world I would like to have all the villagers and be able to get all the villager trades whenever I need to. Now we do have quite a few farmer villages, which they are very useful, since I have quite a lot of crops and the farmer villages is harvesting more crops for me, so that's pretty useful for getting experience and emeralds. Then we've got the fisherman villages in, and they are, well, not all that useful. And me saying that I want all the villages, that's another thing, because I'm wondering, do I really need leather workers? I mean, what good trades can we get from a leather worker? Nothing that I can think of right now. But we never know. Maybe at some point they will give us something decent. I'm not sure. I really need to kind of go and look up what trades I can get from which villages. Now, the librarian villages are always useful because we get glass from them, and we get lanterns, get name tags, and then we get enchanted books, even though once your armor and tools are fully enchanted, well, how much are those books really worth? That's the million-dollar question. On the other hand, let's think about other villages. We've got, like the mason villages, the stone masons. They will come in pretty handy, I think, especially once we start looking for more quartz and maybe a little bit of colored terracotta blocks or normal terracotta blocks. They will definitely be coming in useful at some point, so that's maybe something that we can look into. Maybe we should build a little place where we can have the stonemasons. Then weaponsmiths, armorers, toolsmiths. Those guys aren't too useful for where we are in the game right now, because I think we've got a pretty decent set of tools. And the enchantments are pretty good. So I can't see, but whether they are going to be useful or not, I think it's still a good idea to try and make it a sort of a goal for this series, to actually get all the different villages and get them into a nice little house or build, or separate builds and houses. I mean, I haven't thought about it too much. Another project I really want to get into pretty soon is redoing the village. It's the village houses. I want to really do nice colorful houses in the Cape Malay build style. If you haven't seen it before, you can just do a little bit of a Google search for Cape Malay architecture. That's something that I think will look really good where the village is at. And then I think, since we are past day 1000, already at 1035 days, so I think I'm going to do a little bit more digging, and then I need to go and do a new world map, just so that we can maybe see and compare how the world has changed over the last 500 days. And I think from here on in, I might only do a world map every 1000 days or so. Because while I'm live streaming this world, I don't get to... Well, I'm not building too fast. Sometimes the conversation in the chat gets too interesting, and then obviously while the conversation is interesting, who has time for building? Well, I do try building while we have a nice little chat, but the building process definitely gets a little bit slower once we get into the yapping mood. So almost done. I just want to do this up until we are back at the stairs. Then we are going to go up and maybe grab a few maps so that we can just map out the world as it is. And we'll call it the day 1000 map, because I think in the last 35 days nothing really has changed in terms of what the map is going to show us. Almost there. Now, just to have a quick look, we are on level... Wow, thank you so much for the follow. Is it Sharon Gameplays? I do really appreciate it. Any follows, any well, anything is always highly appreciated. Just letting me know that you are interested, that you maybe are enjoying the streams, and well, following, obviously, if you have your notifications on, that will alert you when I do stream, which is every day. I try to stream every day at about the same time, which is, I'm in South Africa, so that's about 8 p.m. local time. I think Eastern Standard Time, that's about 1 p.m. right about lunchtime, I would assume. What time is it in Australia? I don't know, but probably too late for any Australians to hang out in this chat. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to find an Australian in here. They are also more than welcome. But I guess if I look at a world map and imagine the time zones, it should be very, very, very early morning in Australia already. So not much chance of finding an Australian in here. But, however, that's not a problem. Europe Europe is about the same time zone as I am, plus or minus an hour or two, depending on where you are in Europe. I know we have a Turkish friend that hangs out a lot of the time. And in Turkey, Turkey is 1 hour ahead of me, so that is about 20 minutes to 10 in Turkey right now. And, well, if you are in the chat and you don't mind sharing, let me know what time it is and in which part of the world you find yourself in. I'm always interested to know where my viewers are coming from, and you know what? I can go and check where everybody's from after the stream in my analytics. But it's always nice just having a chat and see where everybody is from. Right, so I think that's enough digging for right now. Let's go and see if we can do a world map. If I can remember exactly how I did the previous one. So we'll probably just go over to the 500-day world map and see how the world looked 500 and some days back. I guess that will just give me an idea how many maps I need. But first of all, let's quickly just drop these blocks down the chute so that they can be sorted and placed in their respective storage modules. Alright, let's quickly have a look at where we are on the day 500 map. I would assume this is a 3 by 3. The center map is probably... Well, it seems that the farm is pretty much in the center part of the map. However, let's see if we can just remove one. I think I did lock. Oh, this is a... Oh, it's a 4 by 4. Ugh, 4 by 4. Yeah, listen to me now. It's a 2 by 2. So that shouldn't be too hard to replicate. If I can remember how to make a map, that is. And then, of course, we will just make sure to look these new maps as well. Because the idea of doing these world maps is just to have a little bit of a memory or a look back of where we were at different times of this world. All right, so I'm going to need a few compasses, which I don't think I've got any. And then paper. Do I think I've got paper over here? And I still need to come and just do a little bit of... little more labeling of chests and so on. Because these chests are still pretty much a pain to navigate. Compass is redstone and iron. That should definitely be enough. Redstone will be down beneath. All right. Let's see. So 4 maps. It's going to be 4 compasses. And then I'm 1 paper short. 1. Alright, we can just turn all of these into paper. Paper is always useful. I don't think we'll ever have too many or too much paper. So we can just kind of make more paper. Then we can grab a last little map. Then once the sun is back up, we'll just do a quick run of the maps. Now I was thinking that we can probably put a map up on one of these two walls. I do like that painting. So we may just maybe put the map up on the wall over on this side. Let's see. I just don't want to do the map or start the map in the wrong area. So let's just make sure. So this map, all right. So I made the original map standing in the center of the pit. I honestly don't think I need to be in the center. I think we can just stand right here. And that should be perfect. Alrighty, let's just see if we can. So the next map needs to be this way. This is probably far enough, but let's just go and do it right over here. Then we might need to just take a little bit of a swim. Ow, ow, ow. There you go. That part of the map is filled in. Right, and then we need to go over across the little river. Just grab another one. Just need to get it filled in properly. Alrighty. Then we need to, for the last map, just need to run over this direction. Or is it? No. It's in the other direction. Would seem. See, map making in Minecraft, one of those things which is, well, unless you do it regularly, it's probably not the easiest thing to get right. It's not that difficult, it's just a lot of running around, filling in maps and all that. But this should do. Alrighty. let's see if we can grab a few item frames and get our map installed. I don't know, we can have a little bit of a look-see to see if there's maybe a better place to put the map. But I do want to have it in this building. And I think this is definitely going to be the best spot. Now, do I have... I don't think I've got item frames. I've got exactly 4 item frames. Awesome. So let's see. Gonna do them here. I think let's just do a little bit of glowing sacks so we can make it glowing item frames or illuminated item frames. And we'll just see now. Okay. I need to swap them around a little bit. That one over there. Alright, puzzle built. We can always extend the map in this direction, and we can extend it downwards, which might make sense, because looking at the village over here, it's not perfect. The village does go a little bit further than what these maps allow for. So I don't know, what do you think? Should we just go and extend the map anyway? Get these two in. I'm not going to extend it down, even though I am thinking of maybe extending it upwards. Maybe, well, while I'm busy with it, let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 6, 5. Is it 5 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more maps. And then we're going to need 5 more item frames as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I need 5. As per usual, not enough resources. But there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 5 maps. Then while we are at it, hi Edit, how are you doing today? And welcome into the stream. you watching from YouTube, I see. So, welcome in. How's everything going today? I am basically just doing a little bit of map work today. I came into this world not knowing really what I want to do, and I thought, well, let's just do some maps. So other than that, I am doing perfectly fine today. No complaints, no issues, no, well, really nothing strange other than I'm doing really well. Got nothing to complain about or nothing. Well, I guess as humans, we will always find something to complain about. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm perfectly doing okay. No, no complaints and no dramas. Just having a nice little Minecraft session. So yes, this world is just over 1,000 days old right now, which is pretty cool. Usually when I get past 500 days, I sometimes do get bored of my worlds, but I have to say this one is still keeping me intrigued. So what are you up to, Edit? Anything interesting? Anything you can tell me about? As you see, the thing is, to me, playing Minecraft, especially playing Minecraft in a online or while streaming, the ideal opportunity to catch up and have a little chat. I think that's one of the reasons why I've started streaming and why I'm actually enjoying streaming. It's just catching up with all the different people. I do think we just go over the river over here. We should be in a new area for a map. I think that's perfect. Then we're gonna have to go that direction. Just a little bit until we are off of the map and generate the next one. Probably have a little bit of something to eat. Ooh, and roses. I don't know whether I've got roses yet. I might very well have. No harm in getting more. Then I think we are ready for the next map. Alrighty. A little bit more traveling. Now. Alright. Just need to keep an eye on the maps. Again, don't go too far before generating the next one. Ooh. Looks dangerous. Alright, I think this is a good spot. Perfect. Let's just see. I guess I should be able to just swim over here. That should be pretty much us off that current map. Grab another one. Perfect. And then let's just go over to the village where we can generate the last one. So now the map will be, instead of a 2x2, it will actually be a 3x3. And I think this map, we are not going to lock it, because I think we can just keep updating it. See if we can just fill in that little area. That should be perfect. What else do we have planned? Well, I do want to get a little bit of a better breeding area for my cows. Having to come here and slaughter them, oh, even though it's not too much of a pain to come and get the cows. I was thinking of maybe doing a little bit of a cow crusher situation. Even though I don't know if well, we can just as well do it. But I don't know exactly where I would want to do it. Maybe over here somewhere, since this is the farming, or yeah, the farming area. Or maybe I was thinking of doing a little bit of an underground area underneath the barn. I think this map is this one. And this map should be that one. Yes. Perfect. Definitely coming along nicely. Where is that? I don't know. Is this a new wandering trader? It's hanging around here somewhere. See if it is, and if it is, see what it's got to share with us. Definitely a new one. But it's still got its llamas. Mitchell. Well, it says this is a fisherman, but I'm not so sure. Well, nothing really. Wow. Even though the blue ice might be useful. I know, honestly speaking, we do have ice biome not too far away. We can easily go and grab ourselves some blue ice, but since this guy is here, let's just take a few. And then definitely release the llamas. Because as we have discussed plenty of times before, he is not very nice to his llamas. And that's why we will just take them for ourselves. Now usually I take the llamas all the way to the barn, but I think, well, we'll just leave them here for now. They are a really good warning alarm system, because once there's any zombies nearby, they do kind of go ballistic, spitting at the zombies. Unfortunately, the zombies then tend to, well, slaughter the llamas, which isn't very nice of them, but I guess it happens. Right, rotten flesh. Redstone lighting. Ice will be in this chest. See, my sorting system, or my storage system, really does work perfectly well, because I feel that for the most part I know where things are. Well, at least when things are marked, I know where things are. The case of these chests that hasn't been labeled yet, a little more complicated. There we go. Inventory clear. Alright, so let's see the next little project we can take on. So I was thinking that I would like to expand this little road, because I want to bring it over. We need to get a way to get there to the skeleton spawner area. I was thinking of just bringing a road over the hill right here, and then eventually connecting it up with this little bridge. So I think let's maybe do a little bit of terraforming in this area and just extend the road. Like I say, when I started streaming today, I didn't really have much of a plan. Didn't have much of an idea what I wanted to do. So I'm just doing the little things. Small little thingies all over the world. Alright, so before we start with the road, we need to do a little bit of terraforming. And maybe flattening out the area, or just making sure that the area is suitable for a road. No steep peaks and all that. So let's see. We do have our handy blue spoon. Let's see, are we going to... I think maybe from this side? And just go in, break this down, flatten this area up. So nice having such a decent shovel when digging out dirt. And we'll come around later And we'll come later and replace the stone that we do uncover with grass blocks. I'm just going to pop these sunflowers over here for now. So ideally, as we are going to build a proper bridge, might be today, or we might start on it today. We get the road finished. So then the road needs to probably take a little bit of a curve. Then we need to just flatten it out a little to make a little bit more of a gradual slope. Let's just see where is the road. So maybe if the road comes and curves this way, might need to just take that back a little bit more, so we can come up here with the road. Maybe let's flatten this. Maybe the road must curve like that over there. All right, let's just see. So I do have plans for builds that I want to put in this area. So having the road already coming by here, just make it easier to connect everything up. And this little hill over here, hill, mount, bump, whatever you want to call it. I don't know whether or not I should just take it out completely. Oh no. What are you guys doing here? I didn't invite you to the party. Where's your friends? Did you actually come here alone? That wasn't very smart. That was a captain. I couldn't imagine for 1 second why he would have been here all on his own. That kinda... Well, I want to know where's the rest of the party. Or was this genuinely just a one-man party? It seemed that way. Alright, just do that. Maybe so. Alright. I think this is good. Might have to just cut this in a little bit. Oh, because you don't want the road to be too steep. Maybe a little something like that. Go up there and maybe A little bit of something like that. Get the spacing right, and then this one we can just maybe pull in. Right, and the road can come up here. Go a little bit over this way. Go down here, down, curve a little bit, up, right up to the bridge. So I don't have a lot of lanterns, but let's use a few lanterns just to mark out where we want the road to be. Go over here. There. And join in right here. Alright, that's going to work. Okay. See, how are we going to do this? The thing with these roads, I don't want to make them 100% straight lines. Because that sometimes, or most of the time, doesn't look great. I think something like this is going to work. Right. And the road, maybe like that. Go up here. Go up here. Let's maybe bring it up here. Corner. So these main roads, I try to make them about 3 blocks wide. Also, it's not an exact science. I mean, some places it can be a little bit wider, other places not as wide. I think that'll work. That will work for the road. After we sleep the night away, we'll grab a few of these road blocks. We just continue the road around the bend to the other side. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might need a little bit more moss. But alright, let's see. Got flowers. Just put away. And 2 tall flowers. Seeds. These banners and potions. Sure, I'm got them somewhere over here. Or are they this side? It must be this side with the mob drops. There they are. The Bad Omen 5. For 3, 2. We'll just do that. Let's see, how are we on slabs? We've got mossy cobble, got normal cobble, we've got andesite, we've got mossy stone, got stone, and we've got more andesite. Is that all? Is that the blocks I'm using? I think so. So let's see how far we can get with these. So we go mossy, and we've got cobble, we've got brick, we've got... There we go. Alrighty. Do a little bit of path work. The outside edges of the path, we usually do like cobble or mossy cobble. Definitely not up there. Might need to do that. Please, you guys know what? It's really like just about middle of summer over here. And I'm telling you, the mosquitoes. Oak Dew, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing today? Anything interesting happened today? Oh, what are you up to? I just building a path. Just trying to get to a point where all my builds are connected and the best way to connect your builds is definitely by building paths. You say you are just Laundry Minecraft checking in on Twitch. Where are you that you have mosquitoes? Where I'm in South Africa. It is middle of the summer over here. So yes, it's mosquito season. Lovely. Lovely, I'm telling you. At least we I'm not in an area where mosquitoes are carrying. You're afraid you don't know the South African accent yet? I've only met one other person that has it. Well, I don't know. I have been told that it's an interesting accent. Now I have to say, I've said it before in other people's streams as well. So English isn't my home language. English is my second language, so sometimes the English isn't perfect. And then, on the other hand, we also have about, I think, we've got two different accents in South Africa. You get the what do you call it, the Afrikaner accent. My home language is Afrikaans, which is basically very much similar to Dutch. So you've got that accent, and then you've got the real English South African accent, which does sound a little bit different. But I guess what I always say is, as long as people can understand me, I'm pretty much all right with it. Oh, you say the people that you hang out with most, English is a second language? Oh, and the other person you know is Afrikaans. Well, that's interesting to hear. Because honestly speaking, I don't know how many Afrikaans people there are in the world. I think the latest is about, I don't even know whether it is 8 million. I think that is a number that I have heard somewhere. There's about 8 million Afrikaans speaking people. It might be less. It might be as little as 2 or 3 million. I don't know. Never really bothered me, but I do look English. I speak English all day, every day at work, because English is a business language. Oak, where are you from? I think you might have said it somewhere where I was in the stream, but for the death of me, I can't remember. I'm just trying to make this little path look a little interesting. You live in the upper Midwest of the United States. So what's the time over there? Around about, is it 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., 1:30, 2:30? I'm so bad with time zones. It's not even funny. It doesn't even start to be funny. Go down, take that one out. A little bit of that. 1:30 p.m. Yes, especially in the US, you've got a couple of different time zones. And so, you know what? South Africa was supposed to have 2 time zones. I think for some reason, eventually it turned out like that they went for 1 time zone, which suits me fine. And I think if you do business in a country with multiple time zones, that can get a little bit complicated. Yes, the USA is huge. I mean, South Africa has about 65 million people. What is the US on? 300 million? 350 million? Again, my knowledge of these things aren't too good, but I do hear things and I try to remember. But yes, the US is super large. Google says about 340 million, so I'm not far off. That is 5 times more than we've got. Right, I'm definitely going to need more stone brick slabs. I think maybe we can fill a little bit more or a little bit of andesite. Just make this path look like something, at least. We use kilometers or metric system, but I mean the difference between kilometers and miles, I think it's a 1.6 kilometers gives you 1 mile. Those sort of things I'm not too bad with. I think my math skills are pretty good, so I can usually convert it about 45,000 kilometers or 4,500 kilometers wide, not including Alaska or Hawaii. Yes, but you can't really include Alaska or Hawaii when you do those sort of calculations, because I mean they are a little bit outside of the main part of the US, I would say. And I'm definitely going to need a little bit more, a few extra slabs than what I've got. I'm trying to think now more or less how wide I would say South Africa is. Well, you can probably Google it. I have to take a guess. I would say at the widest point, could it be about 2,000 kilometers? Obviously, that would be a guess. I haven't been in school for a long, long time, so my geography knowledge could be a little bit out of date or rusty, to say the least. So you say you've been well, taller than it is wide. I don't really know. Yeah. Now you've got me curious here. mm, I think to be honest, the shape of South Africa is a little bit tricky to say. I think at its widest point and at its tallest point, it might be pretty close together, but it is shaped a little funny, so it would be difficult to really say. What am I doing? Okay, so I need what I say I need stone brick blocks or slabs. Yes, I think I can fill in the rest of this road with stone brick slabs. That'll do. That'll do. Yes, it looks about the same depending on where you are standing. Because if you go more towards the east, it goes higher up into Africa. And more to the west, you've got Namibia, which is basically cutting into South Africa a little bit. So it would definitely be difficult to say whether it is wider or taller. But now you say you have spoken to one other South African. Any clues? Any ideas? Which part of the country they're from, or where have you spoken to them? No, I don't know. Where did I leave my stone cutter? At the fisherman's place, the little beach house, fisherman's house, whatever we wanna call this building. There we go. Could probably just make another stone cutter. But yes, South Africa is a lovely country, a beautiful country to say the least. We do have our issues just like everywhere else in the world. Sometimes I would say I wish I could get out of the country, go somewhere else. But all in all, it's a beautiful country. And for the most part, it's a really nice country to live in. I think weather-wise, really an awesome place. In terms of natural beauty and all that, it's all right. Don't know, she told me, but I have forgotten. Oh, I understand. So your memory is about as good as mine. Because I bet you, when you're back in here on the next stream, I'm going to ask you again where you are, where you're from. But alright, let me, if I could tell you a little bit more about where I'm from. I'm in the middle of South Africa. Right about in the center of the country. One of the smaller cities in South Africa. It's where I call home. Righty. Let's see how this... Oh, that looks alright. That looks decent for a path. Your town has about 800 people. Wow. That makes my city seem huge. Because the city I live in is about 600,000 people. Give or take. Well, the bigger metropolitan area, it's about 600,000 or thereabouts. So suddenly, my small city is huge in comparison. But then I do have a few people that I have spoken to that's from Lithuania. And that whole country is about 2 to 3 million people, I think. And you know what? I think there's been plenty of streams where we have been discussing how nice it is to actually to be in these streaming communities, because you meet people from all over the world. Like you say, you live in a town with 800 people, and there's people that lives in massive cities, and we can all get together and have a conversation and all of that. But now I have to tell you that I grew up on a farm, and I do much, for the most part, I would enjoy moving back to a smaller town. Like 800 people seems really nice to me. You do have quite a drive if you want to get groceries or eat out. So grateful I don't have to associate with any of those 800 people. Yes, I agree. You'd much rather pick your own people. But isn't it true that in a small town like that, everybody is always in everybody's business? So everybody knows everybody else, and I think in a community like that, maybe privacy isn't as easy to come by. So I see we are going to have a little bit of an ad break in a few seconds. All right, that's 100%. I'll catch you when you come back. But yes, you'd rather pick your own people. Gossip and all they talk about is the negative things about other people, and you refuse to participate. And you know what? That is something that I can admire. Because why do you need to talk negative about other people? I mean, what does it um I mean, does it bring anything? Does it bring any joy to be negative about others? Right, we are just about, well, 35 seconds left of the ads for those of you that are having ads. And you know what? I try to, if I notice that there's an ad break, I try to just take a little bit of a breather, have a little bit of water, sit back, wait for the ads to finish. So I don't want anybody to miss out on any of the conversation. Um, Even though tonight the chat is quiet and not much conversation going on, but I still think it's just good manners to wait for everybody to be able to get back into the stream. But all right, now that we've got the path done, I think well, this part could maybe be changed a little bit. Maybe like so. That looks all right. Then we've got the path going. Maybe we can make it a little bit wider here. A little bit extra there. Like so. Maybe over here. And go a little bit extra on the path. I feel coming from up here, that just looked a little thin. Maybe another block over here. So maybe that one as well. Alright, so this feels more... This feels a little bit better. Maybe that. Oh, this is a little... Let's do that. Alright, this feels better. This feels a little bit thin. Let's see, can we maybe widen it up a little over here? So, yes, I think this feels good. Let's have a top-down look. I think that looks all right. That looks really good for the path. Now we do have a little bit of space over here which we can build on. I do think once we're done digging out the pit, we will have a path coming right through the middle. We can maybe connect up there somewhere and have a little build over here. Yes, this area is lovely. And let me tell you, this this little area has taken me 1,000 in-game days. Maybe because I get too involved in chat sometimes, or maybe I'm just a slow builder. But it is coming together really, really nicely. I do like it. Every time when I go into free cam to get a overhead view, I do have to say that I feel quite impressed with my little settlement. I am enjoying it. That's the most important part, I think. Now I want to maybe get a few more lampposts in, just to make sure it's well lit up properly for the darker times. And I'll just continue with these same street lamp sort of design ideas, or idea. I think I do like it. And just sort of sticking to the theme. So I do only have 12 of them left. Can we convert these back? Then I need spruce fences. I'm definitely going to need more of them. Oh. Righty, spruce should be right in here. We'll see how far we can get with them. Hey, what's up, Bella? Come, we're going to sleep. See if you bring me any nice gifts. Nothing? No gift today? Oh, that's a sad situation, Bella. I would have liked another phantom membrane or something. But alright, let's get back to... Oh, I need spruce trapdoors as well. Only 5, so I'm going to need to make more of them as well. So I would like to actually alright, that's perfect. You are more than welcome to lurk, and I will try to keep you entertained in the background, even though I think my conversation when I'm talking to myself do get a little bit of a little more I don't want to use the word boring. Well, maybe boring is a good word. I'm not sure, but I will try to keep you entertained while you lurk and get the housework and get the chores done. Well, I'm really happy if you like a calm stream. I also do. I like just having something in the background, basically. Just nothing over the top. That makes any sense. Now I can't even... That's not nice. I'm going to have to go and find um some deep slate. I see my streams as boring too. People call them calm. No, look, Oak, I don't necessarily think my streams are boring. I do just think that especially look when there's people in the chat, the streams are totally different than what they are when there's nobody chatting. But I think it is, as you say, it's I would rather call it calm or chill than boring. I don't really think it's boring as long as you at least don't have too much dead space in terms of conversation. I would never say it's boring. We can just go with chill or calm or any of those words. Never boring. You know what? I personally feel if I get to a point where I think my streams are boring, I should probably not stream. Oh, measurable visas. Don't know what they were trying to sell me, but thank you, Seribot, for taking care of it. So nice that I don't need to interrupt my stream to ban measurable visas. I mean, what is the point anyway? Alrighty, 1, 2. Get a little trapdoor action going. And oh, my lanterns are running low as well. It's no problem, at least we've got a few librarian villages who are very keen to sell me lanterns. And the price should be pretty cheap as well. Maybe we should go and have a little look-see if we can just see what the current price is for lanterns. But I guess we'll go and check it out when the lanterns are finished. I mean, 7 or 6 left. I think we can pretty much light up most of this part with the lanterns that I've got. Put another one over here. And look, this is totally not measured out. I'm just doing it random. So I feel that I don't want to... I do have a major problem with always trying to have things perfectly measured out and exactly the same distance between the lampposts and all that. And I'm trying to just sort of get out of that habit. Sometimes doing things a little more random just looks better. We'll see. Once it turns nighttime, we can have a little gander at what it looks like at night. Let's do one right over here. Boom, boom, wham. There we go, and then we will have lanterns on the bridge, so I think that's good. Now, I used to have a little mod which I could activate that just gives me an overlay showing where is spawnable blocks. Now, unfortunately, when I updated to Minecraft 121.10, that mod wasn't updated yet, so well, I don't know whether it's updated by now. I don't know, for some reason I'm maybe just too lazy to try and see whether or not it's updated or not. And besides, I've said it today a few times that I'm trying to play more of a vanilla game, less modded, more vanilla. And I have to say, I am enjoying it. It's definitely fun. Now, right, let's see. Oh, I don't really have too much time left for the stream. But can I maybe start working on a little bit of a bridge over here? What will we do the bridge out of? Stone, maybe stone bricks? Let's go and see if I've got any stone bricks. And we can just place a few, see how it looks. It doesn't work, always take it down. No rule in Minecraft saying once you've placed the block, it's there forever. Fortunately, very fortunate in that thing where you can at least take away blocks that you've placed. Otherwise, I can imagine a few Minecraft builds that would be pretty hectic, especially a few of my own builds. Sometimes I can simply not seem to place blocks the correct place or in the correct orientation either. Would be a real big mess. We can't break the blocks that we've placed. And let's see. You gonna get me a gift tonight, Bella? Please, pretty please. Now I didn't do the thing. Alrighty. We've got a little gift. Bella, thank you for the rabbit hide. Thank you so much, Bella. I do appreciate it. Alright. Thanks, kitty cat. Even though I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do with all this rabbit hide. I mean, I guess we can use it to make leather. What else can we do with rabbit hide? Rabbit hide is primarily used to craft leather, armor, books, and item frames. 4 hides make 1 leather. Can we do anything else than leather with them? Oh well, then I guess we can use the rabbit hide and just make leather. Well, not gonna do that now. We do have some leather. But eventually, when I need leather again, at least now I know. I do wish though that these items that's only got one single use in the game, I do wish at some point that Mojang or Microsoft will just give us more things to do with them. So I mean, only make leather using rabbit hide seems a little bit pointless. Would it be how high should we go with this bridge? Maybe one more? Or should we rather use slabs? Now I went through all the effort to make these stairs, and then I think stairs ain't it. Let's see if we do slabs. So maybe we can use on this side, we can do one row of stairs, and then we go up with slabs, 2 slabs. Then on the other side, we're just going to do 2 slabs because this is a little bit higher on this side. So let's see, maybe do a little something like that. Then we just go across with slabs. And we'll see what this looks like. So basically, as with any other build, we need to trust the process. And so once we've got the slabs in, it's definitely not going to look super good. But we can certainly do some decorating to make it look better. Maybe have a few support beams, something. Right, resources, precious resources. Let's not let them go to waste. Take this out. Then on the other side, we'll also take it out. And we will make it look better at some point. I think for now I just want to get everything connected. That will make me have a little bit of peace in my heart. Now this isn't going to be a... I'm going to make the bridge only like 3 wide. Is going to be a... Well, maybe I'm... We'll see. We will see. For now, we will just go 3 wide and see what we are working with. Match 2. So we will have to get a few support beams in, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to make it with. We could do stone. I don't want to go too over the top with the stone bricks though, so I think if we go the stone route, it will be normal stone, maybe stone and andesite mixed together. We'll just have a look. Right, so maybe... Betty Bird! Good afternoon. How are you doing today? And what have you been up to? I know, we were in Misfit stream earlier today. But I'm always excited to see you pop in over here. What is up? Just have a look. So, I came into this world today not really without a plan. I can see your messages. Even though ads are starting in just over a minute, but I can definitely see your messages. Can you hear me talking to you though? So, but anyway, I spent this evening just building a path, connecting the skeleton spawner area right over there to the rest of the settlement. I don't really want to call this a village because it's not a village. We'll just stick with settlement for now. But alright, we've got ads starting in 10 seconds, so I'm just going to take a little water break and we'll be back right after the ads. If they are starting, as it said 1 minute, it doesn't seem to be. But anyway, this gives me the opportunity to just see how this looks at night time. Now it does look like the path isn't properly lit up, even though, oh, I don't know. We'll just keep an eye out. You're not disturbing at all, my friend. You can never be disturbing. I really enjoy if you guys pop into my chat. So Yes, it does look good. The lighting might not be sufficient, but that's all right. We will still have a few builds, or we will build a little bit more. Oh my goodness gracious me. That'll teach me. That'll definitely teach me. Just get rid of this night time. Evil, evil darkness. Um, it's better. Any nasty mobs about? Doesn't seem that way. Oh, what was I going to do now? So rudely interrupted by these little mobsters. At least I don't see any creepers around. Alright, seems that... I don't know, Betty, are you getting... ads? Because I don't know, I get a notification that ads are starting, and then for a few seconds, or it takes a few seconds before it tells me that ads are running. I don't know, so usually if Twitch is telling me that there's going to be ads, I usually just try to, well, wait for the ads to finish before I talk too much. But you say you've been very sick to your stomach today. So what's up? Did you eat something that wasn't working for your stomach, or what could it have been? Steven's team streak for Batty. That's awesome. Well done, Batty. Congratulations. Well, congratulations for 7-stream streak. Doesn't seem like the right response now, does it? Misfit, you're here, but you need to lurk. Have groceries to put away still, and the dishes. Well, I didn't expect you to be here in the first place, because you said you need to go and do some grocery shopping. But I guess that was, what, 2-3 hours back already, so we should be done with the shopping at least. Oh, Barry, you ate something that was bad. Ah, that's never nice. No, don't be sorry. What are you sorry about? I mean, we are all family on here, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing, absolutely nothing to be sorry about. So, Misfit, if you are still watching while you're lurking, I've built a path today. That's basically all I've been doing for the last 2 hours almost, about. But it's done and it's connected, so it looks alright. Sorry that you felt that sick. Well, we all have those days, Batty. No need to be apologizing to us, really. But I know the feeling. Definitely know the feeling of being sick. Oh, all right. So next up, I need to do a little something um over here to make the bridge look a little more solid, I think. Now, I was thinking of using normal stone and andesite. And before I can do that, I'll probably need to clean up the inventory a little bit. Just make a little space um, for other kinds of blocks. I don't know. I will probably need stairs again, but I think will be normal stairs and maybe andesite stairs. Now what am I doing? Slabs needs to go in there and blocks in here. All right. Don't worry about it, Batty. I'm probably also not going to be streaming too much longer. Um, now I did start streaming about 20 minutes later than I wanted to because I was still waiting for a phone call from work. So I did start a little bit later than intended tonight, which is why I'm going a little bit later as well. But Barry, you're more than welcome. If you're tired, you need to get some rest. I mean, don't ever think that we will think any less of you if you fall asleep during one of my streams. I will definitely not take offense to that. Oak and myself were speaking earlier saying that we were talking about streams maybe being boring sometimes. And it's not boring, it's just calm and relaxing and a chill vibe. That's exactly what I'm going for. I mean, so going to sleep is perfectly alright. Nobody's going to say anything about it, and if they want to say anything about it, this is my stream. I make the rules, and I'm okay with it. Now I obviously left my slabs over at the base. Not very smart of me, I would say. Do this. Alrighty. So maybe come in one more. Just take a little step back and see. I think that'll work. Maybe in the middle of the bridge we will do another something something. Let me think. Let me think. All right. I'm going to need to look for a little bit of inspiration. Maybe this bridge should be maybe going in a little bit more of an arch. Now the shape of the river also makes it more difficult, so maybe we should just widen the river up a little bit to make it look better. Diego, hello and welcome in. So good to see you. So how has your day been? What have you been up to today? And how are you doing? I'm always so well, I want to say that I'm always so excited to see anybody come into the stream. But then I guess my greeting to you didn't sound very excited. But do know that I am excited to see you here. I was just I'm just trying to think how I should do that bridge. You were at the doctor, anything wrong? Is it just for a checkup or is there anything wrong? I mean, going to the doctor to me, personally, I only go to the doctor if something seriously is wrong. And that's not good. I mean, we should go for regular checkups. But I just don't. I just feel over here it's so expensive going to the doctor that I kind of neglect my own health, which isn't a good thing. So if you went for a checkup, that is great. Those are probably necessary also. You say it's because you usually get sick on fever and everything, and so I wanted to know why. Alright, so I understand. That's fair. Look, guys, Diego, I know you just popped in now, and I hate to do this, but I probably need to get off of here, and get to bed. Tomorrow I've got a long day at work, probably going to be 10 hours at work tomorrow. That's a long day. So I need to get to bed. So, but Diego, again, thank you so much for popping in. I do appreciate it. Barrybird, if you're still around, thanks a lot for popping in. Yes, Diego, the stream has already gone for 2 hours, and I have started 20 or 30 minutes later than I usually start my streams. So, yes, I need to go and have a nap. Barrybird, no problem. I'll see you later. Have a good day further and all the best. I hope your stomach is better very soon. And then, Misfit, in your absence, once you're done lurking, I will not be here anymore. But thanks for popping in anyway. Guys, I'll see you next time. Tomorrow, same time, same place, I will be here. Um, Alright, even though tomorrow's stream will also start a little later since I'm working later, but that's all good. Thank you, Misfit. Have a great day further, and I'll definitely catch you all tomorrow. Um, I don't think I wanted to see, but I don't think there's anybody on that we can raid. But you know what, Misfit, I'm gonna drop you back into Angel's stream. Uh, if I can remember how to do that. All right, there we go.